What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about emotional manipulation. Somebody wrote me on Instagram, and I thought that this would be a good one to share with you guys. Or girls, I'm sorry. Somebody said, my boyfriend told me I love him the most in this world. He said I even love him more than his family because of the way he grew up, which I can't mention here. He said if he loses me, he will never meet someone that love him like me. But why is he still cheating on me? To be quite honest, he tells you that stuff to manipulate you, to brainwash you, to give you a sense of responsibility to him that does not exist within his heart for you. He tells you that shit to draw on your sympathies and obligates you to stay with him no matter what he does. If you feel sorry for him and you feel guilty for being a person who adds to his trauma and it adds to his pain, then when he causes the same in you, you first of all excuse it, right? And then you empathize with him, right? And then you don't internalize it as a betrayal. You internalize it as him lashing out or acting out because he's hurt, right? And hurt people, and you just need to love him back into wholeness, right? That's the type of manipulation that people do or people intend when they tell someone something like, oh, you're the only one I have. I don't know what I would do without you, blah, 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 while mistreating them. It's a tactic for brainwashing. He's trying to brainwash you into staying in place and taking his shit so he can move around, and you're too heavy with guilt and you're too heavy with love for him and compassion and empathy for him to actually protect yourself and have those same emotional values and those same responses to the world around you in protection of yourself. He knows that if you personally bear the weight of his trauma in order to not hold him accountable or not hurt him again by leaving him, he can do whatever he wants to you. Okay, you're being brainwashed. A lot of times a woman will take the responsibility of filling a man back up and making him whole again, only to be fragmented and broken and chipped and shattered in the process of trying to build him up and glue him back together like Humpty Dumpty. It's one thing to love somebody back into wholeness. It's a whole nother thing to break yourself trying to do that. Okay? A relationship should ultimately have two whole people who are being satiated and being respected and being loved and valued and cherished and honored in a relationship. A relationship can't be you gluing him back together while he breaks you apart. That cannot be a relationship. But that's the intent. That's why he's doing that. He's telling you, I'm unstable. I'm hurt. I'm broken. Take this shit from me. Hold this, I'm gonna go bang somebody else. I'm gonna come back home and then I'm gonna get your sympathy for being so broken. I don't know why I'm like this. I've been through a lot. You don't bear the brunt and you don't hold the responsibility. You don't owe anyone your life. Just because someone's been through some things and they're not completely healed from them doesn't mean you're the one that's supposed to heal them. Even in a partnership that's healthy, when a person is suffering from some trauma and they are in the healing phases and they are in their evolutionary phases, their partner is there to assist them. Their partner is there to support them. Their partner is there to assist them. Their partner is there to help them. But their partner cannot heal them for them. Okay, if he wants to do the work and he's doing the work for himself and you come in and you assist that, facilitator in a way, of you know, some of his new practices and the things that he's adding to his life to create you know, a feeling of wholeness and a feeling of health emotionally and spiritually and energetically. You can be a part of a man's healing process, but you can't be the reason why he's healed. You can't bear the obligation and the responsibility and the weight of his emotional complex just because he's been through some stuff before you. And he's trying to manipulate you into thinking that if you leave him or if you respond in a way that protects you, that loves you, that cares for you and cherishes you, somehow or another, you're just going to be another thing that broke him and maybe the last straw. Maybe that's going to be the last straw because you are the only thing he has while he screws other women. If he was so broken, he'd probably be somewhere getting some help, not screwing a bunch of women. That's not how you heal yourself, and he knows that. He's not on a journey. The problem with this is he's not on a journey. He's not trying to heal himself or grow or anything like that. He's trying to glue you in place. He's trying to nail your feet to the ground so you stand still while he moves around and he comes back and has a resource. He's collecting resources. And you are an emotional resource, you're a physical resource, hopefully you're not a financial resource, but just because he's been through some stuff doesn't necessarily mean he's deserving of love or deserving of your love, right? You have to be good enough. And if he's not good enough for you, trying to convince you that you're the only chance at humanity that he has, you're the only chance at a successful or a nice life that he has, obligates you and makes you feel like you owe him your life, and you don't owe anyone your life, especially a man who's cheating on you and treating you like shit. You'd be doing yourself a favor if you found some kind of psychological doctor for him for all of his trauma, gave him the card of that doctor, set the appointment up, and then exited his life. Because eventually, you're going to be the one who needs the damn doctor. You're going to be the one who's going to be sitting on the couch, laid out on the couch, trying to figure out how your life got spent around. You got spent around because you're trying to save somebody who doesn't want to be saved, who isn't attempting to save themselves, who's only attempting to use you for the habit and for the nature that you have to save others. He's exploiting your gifts against you. There are people who find enablers and people with warm, open, big hearts because it makes life easier for them. But they don't necessarily have an intent to love. The big Project Pat song. It's one of my guilty pleasures, Project Pat. There's this Project Pat song. It said, "Don't save her. She don't want to be saved," right? And this is for men who are chasing women around who are still pretty much casual with a lot of guys, or whoring, to be quite honest. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. A lot of these guys pretend and take this victimized role to guilt you into living a life of dullness, of mediocrity, of impoverished relationships, simply because you want to save them, and you'll go down with the ship. You'll hurt yourself. You'll sacrifice your own happiness to make sure that they receive a happiness that they have, first of all, supposedly never experienced, but also happiness that they are not trying to produce in your life. And the only person that can make a person happy and whole and healthy is them. Their effort to heal themselves, their effort to dedicate themselves to new processes that oppose their programming. He's not on that journey. And you are on that journey to heal him, but he's not on a journey to heal himself. And quite honestly, I don't think the effect of any of that stuff that he's been through is as serious as he might be alluding to, because he's weaponizing his experiences against you and against your natural instinct to help and love and nurture people back into wholeness. You're an enabler, you're being used, and you're being manipulated. Get out of that relationship. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you want a consultation, you can get one at girltalkwithguys.com, services section. If you want to follow me on Instagram and ask me questions like this so I can rapid fire a bunch of videos off, you can do that at KevHick24 on Instagram. I hope this video helps. I'll get with y'all later.